Look at Shinra Kusakabe. Yeah, the guy who smiles like a maniac when he's nervous. You'd think he's some kind of villain with that grin, but he's actually trying to be a hero. Not exactly the guy you'd imagine saving the world from flaming monsters, right? But Shinra isn't your average high school kid. Ever since he was little, he's been haunted by a tragedy that burned down his home and took his mother and brother. People blamed him for it, calling him a devil. Can you believe that? A kid, barely old enough to understand what was happening, being labeled as the cause of his family's destruction. He dreams of becoming a hero, just like he promised his mom when he was a child. A hero who can save people from the same fate his family suffered. Yeah, sounds pretty noble, right? But the reality is far from easy. He joined Special Fire Force Company 8, hoping to prove himself, but it's not like everyone just welcomes him with open arms. They've got doubts about him too. And let's be honest, he's got this creepy habit of smiling when he's stressed. Doesn't really help his case. Shinra's first battles aren't just against Infernals, the flaming creatures that threaten humanity, but also against his own reputation and the doubt that lingers in the minds of his new teammates. They see him as a loose cannon, someone who could go rogue any minute. But despite their doubts, Shinra dives headfirst into every mission, determined to show that he's not the devil they think he is. He pushes himself to the limit, training harder than anyone else, even when it leaves him exhausted and bruised. But here's the twist. Shinra has a power that's pretty rare, even among pyrokinetics. He can control flames with his feet, moving so fast that he leaves a trail of fire behind him. But Shinra doesn't see it as a gift. It's just another reason people look at him like he's dangerous. Instead of embracing it, he's constantly struggling with the fear that he might hurt someone accidentally. And yet, he knows that this very power might be his only chance to save others. Imagine training with that burden, knowing that every time you push yourself, you might scare the very people you want to protect. But Shinra doesn't give up. He takes every hit, every doubt, and uses it as fuel to get stronger. He's got this relentless drive, even when it feels like the world is against him. He's not just fighting Infernals, he's fighting to prove that he's more than the labels others put on him. It's like he's running a race where everyone else is pulling him back, but he keeps sprinting forward anyway. Now, here's a question for you. Could you keep fighting if everyone thought you were the bad guy? Think about it and drop your thoughts in the comments section and let us know. As Shinra continues his journey, things only get tougher. He starts uncovering secrets about the Fire Force and the true cause behind the spontaneous combustion incidents. Turns out there's a shadowy organization pulling the strings behind the scenes, and they've got ties to the tragedy that ruined Shinra's childhood. This organization isn't just dangerous. They're looking for people like Shinra, those with unique powers. And suddenly, his fight isn't just about becoming a hero anymore. It's about protecting everyone he cares about and stopping those who threaten the world. But it's not all victories for Shinra. He faces brutal defeats, battles that leave him questioning if he's strong enough to stand up to these new threats. There are moments when he feels completely outmatched, especially when facing those who have no problem using their powers to hurt others. Yet every time he's knocked down, Shinra remembers why he's fighting: to protect people, to be the hero he always dreamed of, and to uncover the truth behind what happened to his family. He gets back up, more determined than ever, even when it feels like he's facing an impossible challenge. His teammates start seeing the fire inside him, not just the flames he controls, but his burning determination. Slowly, they begin to trust him, recognizing that his strength comes from his desire to save, not destroy. And Shinra? He finally starts to feel like he's a part of something bigger than just his own struggle. He's no longer alone in his fight. He's got allies, people who believe in him, and a mission that goes beyond just clearing his name. One of his biggest challenges comes when he faces off against a powerful foe who knows about his past and uses it to try to break his spirit. They taunt him, saying he's still just a scared kid pretending to be a hero. For a moment, Shinra almost believes them. But then he remembers every person he's saved, every smile he's seen when he's protected someone from an infernal, and it reignites that spark inside him. He finds a new strength, one that comes from knowing that being a hero isn't about being perfect. It's about never giving up, even when it's hard. But will Shinra ever find out the full truth behind what happened to his family? And can he really stop the organization that's threatening to tear everything apart? For now, he's focused on one thing: being the hero he promised to become. No matter what it takes, nothing will ever be the same again. With the world hanging in the balance, our main character is left with an impossible choice. If you've made it this far, you're probably dying to know what happens next. So don't forget to stay tuned for the next episode recap of ANI Analyze, and let me know in the comments, what would you do if you were in his position? Could you handle the pressure, or would you run the other way? Keep watching to find out what happens next in this wild story.